Hi students, this is Mr. Boyd. In this video, we're going to take a look at solving multi-step equations. So let's jump right in. So let's take a look at an equation such as 3x plus 4x equals 84. So first step in solving a multi-step equation is to simplify one or both sides of the equation. So here I'm going to combine my 3x and 4x and get 7x equals 84. And then I need to undo multiplication, so I will divide by 7. So x equals 12. Okay? All right, let's take a look at another example. How about something like 2x plus 8 times x minus 4 equals 26. Okay, so first thing we want to do here is simplify this side of the equation. And first thing I notice is I need to multiply, use the distributive property and multiply both of these terms by 8. So 8 times x would give me 8x minus 8 times 4 would give me 32. Now I'm going to combine my 2x and my 8x, and I'll get 10x minus 32, and this equals 26. Okay, next I want to add 32 to both sides. So 10x equals 58. Now I'll divide by 10. And x equals 5.8. Okay, guys, let's take a look at another example. So what if I have 1/4 times 16x minus 4 equals 15. Okay, so again, we want to do our distributive property first, simplify this side. So 1/4 times 16 would be 16 divided by 4 minus 1/4 times 4 would be 4 divided by 4, and all that equals 15. So then we're going to simplify this fraction. 16 divided by 4 would be 4x minus 4 divided by 4 would be 1 equals 15. So I always want to get rid of the thing that's furthest from x first on the same side of the equal sign. So I need to add 1 to undo the subtraction. Okay, so that eliminates this. Now I have 4x equals 15 plus 1 gives me 16. Next I'll divide by 4 to undo the multiplication, and x equals 4. So a quick review of the steps is step 1, you want to simplify 1 or both sides. Step 2, solve the equation. And step 3 would be to check your answer, check your solution. Okay, so let's look at another example here. What if we had 2/3 times x minus 9 equals 18. All right. So step 1, multiply 2/3 times x. That's 2/3 x. Next, we want to multiply 2/3 times 9. Well, I'm going to write that out because that's going to take a little bit of work. Remember, 9 is 9 over 1 equals 18. Okay. Now, 2 times 9 is 18. 3 times 1 is 3. 18 divided by 3 is actually 6. So I've got 2/3 x minus 6 equals 18. So next I'll add 6 to both sides because I need to undo that subtraction. Well, 18 plus 6 is 24. This cancels out, so now I've got 2/3 x equals 24. Okay, we'll move that over here. 2/3 x equals 24. So how would I undo multiplying by 2/3? Well, I would need to divide by 2/3. But I remember that dividing fractions means I actually multiply by the reciprocal. So now this is 24 over 1 times 3 over 2. This is just 1x. 24 times 3, see, that's 72. 2 times 1 would be 2. And 72 divided by 2 is 36. Okay, guys, let's continue our examples of solving multi-step equations. And let's look at something with fractional numbers in it. So what if we had 1/4 x plus 2/3 equals let's just go with 1/3 to start with. So how would I solve this? Well, as I look at this, I see that I'm adding 2/3. And so just like if I was doing 4x plus 2 equals 3, here I would subtract 2 to solve that equation. Well, this is no different, except we just have to deal with the fractions. So here I'm going to subtract 2/3 from both sides. Now, anytime I'm adding or subtracting fractions, I really would rather write them on the same line. And remember, you have to have a common denominator. Well, here I have a common denominator. Common denominator is 3. So now I just need to do 1 minus 2. And 1 minus 2 is negative 1 over 3. This is eliminated. So now I have 1/4 x equals negative 1/3. All right? So here again, I'm multiplying by 1/4, so I need to divide by 1/4. But again, I remember that dividing fractions actually means that I multiply by the reciprocal. So I've got negative 1 times 4, and that is negative 4. I've got 3 times 1, that is 3. This is eliminated, so I've got x equals negative 4/3, or I could write that as negative 1 and 1/3. I don't have to, unless I'm asked to write it as a mixed number, but either answer right now would work. Okay? So let's take a look at another one. What if we had 1/2 x plus 4 plus 1/3 x equals how about, no, I don't like 8. How about we go with something like 16. Okay, so first thing I could do here is undo this plus 4. Let me subtract 4 from both sides. So that's going to give me 1/2 x plus 1/3 x equals 12. Okay, now I've got to add 1/2 and 1/3 together to combine my like terms. Okay, so I need to find a common denominator. Well, this is a pretty simple process that we really have kind of failed to teach you guys well. So what we want to do is we want to multiply 2 times 3 to get our common denominator. That's 6. Next, we're going to multiply 3 times 1 and get 3. This is an addition problem. We're going to multiply 2 times 1 and get 2. I'm going to bring my x and my equals 12 down. Then I'm going to just add the numerator. 3 plus 2 is 5 over 6 x equals 12. Now, here again, I need to divide by 5 over 6. And here I need to divide by 5 over 6, but again, that means I'm multiplying by 6 over 5. So this is going to give me x equals 12 times 6 is 72 divided by 5, which is okay guys, sorry about that. It took me a second to grab a calculator. So 72 divided by 5 is actually 14.4. Okay guys, hope this helps you understand solving multi-step equations a little better. Click subscribe to the video, and good luck.